Ashley here at Chesacanna, and today joining me is Ana from SoulMate. She is a wonderful nutritionist. She's all about health, and we know 2020 got goals to make. We've been talking about intermittent fasting, and also right now we're going to talk about how to get you back into the kitchen so that some of these resolutions can be made. So if you're like me and it's kind of hard, I work 7 days a week, it's hard to find time to get into the kitchen and actually make meals that are healthy for you, and you end up ordering out, door dashing it. So Anna's here to explain to us how we can, better our lives and get back into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get people back into the kitchen for many reasons. First of all, it's more cost effective, right? Let's just agree with that, right? It's way cheaper to do it into the kitchen. And it's also eco-friendly and all of that. But mostly because when you depend on a restaurant, on a fast food store to take care of your health, you're already on a slippery slope. So by cooking in the kitchen, I get you in control of your food, of your health, of your wellness, and that's where we want you, right? So it doesn't have to be for every meal, but for most meals, you want to be in control. You want to know what's going into your food, and not just rely on somebody else and just depend on somebody else.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So what do we have in front of us?
Yeah, I brought a lot of goodies.
All
I brought a lot of goodies. And the reason I did is because what I found is that when I've gone into other people's kitchens and done like a kitchen redo, what I found is that the tools they were using were so awful. Well, no wonder they didn't want to go in to cook. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to start with the basics, like some things that I found have really helped people transition to a better lifestyle. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
What do we have?
So the main thing that I found, which I thought was, well, of course that's going to suck, is that we're trying to get people to eat more fruits and vegetables, right? I mean, that you hear that from everybody. Mm-hmm. But when I say, all right, let's cut up an apple, people would bring out like this dinky little cutting board, right? These little ends, they were glass usually, or slate. I'm like, what are you doing with that? You can't cut anything on that, right? So this is literally one of my smaller cutting boards. So, and this takes very little. I mean, I wash it off after use, but other than that, there's not much I did. In the beginning, I put on some oil, I think, sesame, whatever you have, and you rub it in just to kind of seal the pores, and then you're good to go. And these things at Bed Bath & Beyond, at Home Goods, at Target, but you really need a big one, and it needs to be wood because you don't want things rolling, and you want to be able to cut a lot of stuff and for it to be convenient.
Okay, it's very heavy duty too.
It is, right? It looks very professional.
Yes, indeed. I need to get one of these.
Yeah. And then the second most important thing is a knife. So you really want to get a large knife and not be afraid of it. You just want to learn how to use it. Now, this is a small knife, but I wanted to bring this one in particular because what has been amazing are these ceramic knives. So here are 3 things that are made with ceramics, and not a lot of people know this. And you want to make sure it's not a colored blade, so that's very different. That's like a Teflon coating, which you don't want, or ceramic like this. And why these are so fantastic is because, number one, not only are they super sharp, but then once cut, the vegetables don't brown. There's something that the ceramic does in terms of sealing the edge. That, you can cut lettuce in the morning and in the evening, it's not brown. And why a lot of people don't want to eat salads and don't want to is because, first of all, they don't want to cut a carrot every day, and also things look brown
and yucky and old, and by lunchtime, by the time you're actually ready to eat it, it just looks like it's been sitting for way too long.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to eat a lot by yourself and and be in the kitchen and prep for yourself, you do need to do a lot ahead of time because you don't want to feel hunger and then start cooking. You want to have things. What I tell people is you want to prep ahead of time, so then meal times are just heating up, or just assembling and heating up. when you're hungry is not the time to start cooking, because that's when you'll grab the bag of chips to be your little friend, your little kitchen helper while you're cooking.
My mother did teach me something a little bit about prep. She would actually cook on Sundays and, make everything for the week. So we didn't have to eat the same thing twice. We had several different options. So she would always do it Sunday, which, we got off work early enough to actually enjoy some family time. And she would cook, we would play games and things like that. But it got us in the habit of, this is what you do for the entire week ahead of you. And so it's kind of nice, but
that's beautiful. And that's radical self-care, right? I mean, she knew ahead of time how important our meals are. I think there was a study that recently came out, and we are the country, first of all, that spends the least amount of our salary on food and the least amount of time prepping food. And while we might think, oh, isn't that great? It's really not. And the research on our health and our declining health shows it, right? We're one of the sickest countries on the planet. So that's not a good thing. So your mom was beyond, wise.
She's a wise woman.
Ahead of her time. So I have a few more things I'm just going to show just for prep. So most people, when they eat, they do a little bowl. Well, this is my salad bowl. I eat a lot of food and I eat a huge salad. And I bring this because people are always into portion controls and really eating, and everybody's walking around hungry.
It's starving to death. This is a nice size bowl. This looks, that's more than enough for me.
This is a meal. This is what we need to be eating. And if this is filled with fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, even some steamed potatoes, steamed rice, stuff like that, you will not gain weight. But we do need to eat enough food for the motility in our intestines, for our skin, for our nutrients, for vitamins.
For your well-being. Stop starving yourselves, people. You have to eat.
You have to eat.
You have to eat to regulate your body properly and lose weight the way you want to lose weight.
Get skin like this.
Get
skin like this.
This is good.
Yes. And two more things I'll go over really quickly. One is I do need to salt my food. So when you do, if you do a natural sea salt, and this is pink Himalayan, but when you do a natural salt, you will not get everything that you were getting from the iodized, refined white salt. That stuff is a killer. But real salt that's filled with nutrients and stuff like that, that's really good for the body. I'm not saying a lot, but this will help you titrate down in your salt. A little goes a long way, and it's a whole different flavor profile. It's richer, it's got more colors to it, more depth. So there's that. And then my favorite, I don't like normal kitchen tools and fancy fangled thing. I think I should be able to do it all with a knife. But this, I swear I can make a huge pot of soup in 10 minutes with this thing. So this cuts and chops vegetables, and they land in here. So you put a vegetable in here, and you go pop.
And that's it.
And it comes out here. And then you can put vegetables really quick, chop, chop, chop. And then I make soup. This is how I make soup really quickly.
Yes, indeed. And where did you get something like this?
So this is also Target, Home Goods, really inexpensive and just a really great way to just do it fast. This is also good for the top of salads, right? So you have the grains, and then you do 2 or 3 vegetables really quick like this. And you can have a meal very quickly. We're not talking hours in the kitchen. Just a little bit of prep is gonna go a long way. But this is one of the tools I say, invest. I mean, it's $15, $20. Invest in this.
It saves you time. It saves you so much time and energy.
So
because some of us just don't have the time, but we got a couple of minutes to get it right early in the daytime. Okay, that sounds good.
And it's important. We want people to feel better.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Anna. You're awesome. Thank you very much. She's awesome, guys. Come on in and check her out. We have her things here at the retail space at Chesacanna. Her yerba is here. She is here. She's fabulous. If you have any questions, come on in and ask us what's happening. But Yep, let's get back in the kitchen.
Yeah.